The story takes place at the age of 21. I am an ordinary college student. Like most people, I have always believed in God since I was a child under the influence of my family. I am the kind of person who believes that anything will happen to me sooner or later. It will happen to me sooner or later, and there is no escape. Everything is God's plan, no one can change it. I studied law in college, so I am the kind of person who must see to believe. I don't trust people easily. On May 12, 2005, I ordered a hamburger at a burger shop. The burger man forgot to add vegetables, so I told him he didn't. He told me he was sorry. I told him it was okay, don't worry, because no one is perfect. There is an old man beside me. He is listening to me. He looked at me and said, "God alone is perfect." I told her, "Well, I've never met God. Maybe when I meet him, I'll know if he's perfect." He smirked at me. I took the hamburger and left. About a few months later, 4 of my classmates and I organized a trip. We were going to go to Yellowstone Park. We met through campus activities. We walked some distance. Ready to stop and rest for a while, this time I feel my heart in pain, breathing becomes difficult. I wanted to relax myself, so I lay on the ground. Adjusting my breathing, I told myself, whatever happens, happens. So I basically let nature take its course. Then I felt a very painful, powerful force pulling me underground. It feels like I'm going to hell. But it seems 10,000 times stronger than gravity itself. I began to move my body left and right against this force and tried to get out of its control. I noticed that the more I fought against this force, the worse the pain. The pain was intolerable. I can't describe this feeling. I ask myself, how can I endure this pain without death or an explosion? I fight it with all my strength, but to no avail. Then I realized I was dead. I experienced pain in the spiritual realm. Suddenly, I went to a new world. The afterlife was so real that it seemed false. I think I have no choice but to give up. Then I relaxed and succumbed to my irresistible power. I looked up at the clouds and noticed a beautiful light looking straight at me. Light is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. But my eyes don't feel uncomfortable, and I can look at it directly. Light is made of love. All I want is light, and light is Jesus. I knew it was him, and when I looked at the perfect, beautiful, glorious, loving light, I felt I wasn't worth it. Too much for me. Then I tried to talk in the light, but I couldn't. So I thought telepathically, God, I've never done anything for you. I cannot go with you. Please do not feel bad, I have experienced both good and bad. The light showed me what I was thinking. My soul leaves my body and floats to the height of the clouds. I'm looking down at my dead body. My classmates are around me. I can hear my friends call my name and try to wake me up. I looked around the environment. I can see all the beautiful flashes, vivid colors. Then, from the moment I was born to the moment I died, my life was back. I realized that everything I did in real life had been documented. Suddenly, I fell into my body like tears. When the hospital staff lifted me into the ambulance on a gurney, I returned to my body. They drove me to the hospital. One of the paramedics pinched my finger so I wouldn't fall asleep. My body felt extremely heavy and I passed out. I woke up in the hospital and I told the doctor I had seen God. I see God. No one believes me. People think I'm crazy. Then I grabbed my stuff and left the hospital. I was a little disappointed because it was definitely the best thing that ever happened to me, and nobody believed me. A few days later, I came home and told my mother. A few weeks later, I was walking in the park. I think I have to do something, but I don't know what. I walked on and saw a church across the street. I walked into the cathedral and saw an old man sitting there with his head down, praying. There's a man on the right doing his own thing, cleaning the church. I sat in the last few rows of the church, waiting for them to leave. I don't think they noticed me in church. So I got up and walked all the way to the church. At the great cross, I knelt down and confessed to Jesus Christ. I said, God, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for what I have done. When I asked God for forgiveness, I cried like a baby. I felt a hand on my right shoulder as if to comfort me. I have goosebumps. I looked back to see who had touched me, but no one was there. That day I walked out of church and felt like a new man. When I had this experience, God never spoke to me, but I believe that the goal of life is love, because God is love. In a way, I think I just need to make sure God exists. God gave me this affirmation. The experience completely changed me. I realized there was absolutely no time in the spiritual realm. I don't know how I know, but I know time doesn't exist. This thing completely changed me. I try to live with love. I cherish my present life, cherish the people around me now. Every time I recall this experience, my heart is full of happiness and even tears. You may doubt what I said, but I believe that as long as you firmly believe in the existence of God, there is a chance to see, even if not, God will be in another form around you. God bless everyone. Thank you.